Back. Thanks for staying on tonight here on In Focus at Newzroom Afrika, channel 405. A group of practitioners in the medical sector recently launched a petition to compel an investigating panel to act on allegations of racial profiling, unfairness and alleged abuse in the way the schemes implement Section 59 of Medical Schemes Act. Now, they allege that the failure of releasing the final report by the panel unfairly prejudices affected parties. Joining us now here in studio to discuss their action is Dr. Gumede, Chairperson of the National Healthcare Professionals Association. Dr. Gumede, good evening, and thank you very much for your time. It's really strange that this process that was meant to bring clarity to the situation that doctors are facing has now come to a point where we've got a report, but the report is not being released. Any answers as to why it's not being released that are being given to the doctors?
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you, Brati, to have given us the opportunity to express our dissatisfaction about the whole process. If you remember, I came to this studio in 2019 talking about the same allegations. Yeah. And we were told that I'm lying, if you remember. You invited the medical aides, the BHF and all of them, and including CMS. Now, the same report that we're talking about, according to terms of reference, which were established by the Council for Medical Scheme, it was supposed to have been released in 2019 on the 21st of December.
That's right.
We are sitting now 2022. The report is not out. And as a matter of fact, in 2021, when they released the interim report, I was in court during COVID on a Sunday fighting for the report to be released. Now, there is something fishy because, you see, the medical aid, they just went back to sleep and continued, actually now woke up, continued doing what they did or they were doing before the commission was started. Now, there's something wrong because now the relationship between the panel and CMS have broken down. And mind you, the CMS is the custodian of the monies that actually were paid to the millions. I'm not talking about hundreds here. I'm talking about millions, which were paid to the commission. Now, why did the CMS or the government, actually, because this is taxpayers' money, remember? It's not our money. It's not anybody's. It's our money indirectly through taxes. Why this commission is refusing to release the report? When I went to CMS, they said they don't answer their correspondence. That's why we had to come up with that petition that I sent you guys to say, look where we are. Because they went also to the portfolio committee to ask them for help, to say, here is a commission that you guys mandated us to do, but then the commission chairperson is refusing to release the report. And I mean, it's so very, very, very bad because we had thought that Advocate Ngugai Toby, I'm going to mention by name, he was actually very Azanian and patriotic about the whole situation. Yeah. We were sure he will try and bring clarity, you know, whether the doctors are wrong or the medical aides are wrong or anybody's wrong. Yeah. Let us have the report.
Does it bring for you, I mean, without, of course, slandering anyone, questions of the independence of this particular panel?
Yes, it does. Because, you see, it brings into bad memories. Because, you see, some of them, I won't point them, but of the commissioners, they were part of the medical aids, representing medical aids. I'm not saying they shouldn't. But when we did now check records, they actually were helping the medical aids to further doing what the Section 59 is all about, to be fair. You see, we have records of that, so that's why I can talk about it, you know. But it is said that actually this commission, I'm wondering why are they failing to see the need to release this report, because as I'm telling you, I can compile for you how many healthcare professionals are still receiving letters from the medical aid demanding monies. You know, they went back to what they were doing. Yeah. Because why? The report is it's not final.
In terms of Access to Information Act, I mean, have you gone that legal route to say, well, release this report?
We did. And that's why, like I said, I can say We had a meeting with Dr. Gumede, who is the CEO of CMS, when they were giving their annual report, because I'm part of that committee or advisory body there. You see, the problem is they also claim, or they also say they're frustrated because they don't know what to do. And even before I came here, I communicated with them. Because why? I'm saying, but you guys, if you are the custodian of the report by law, because they are the only people who have the statutory powers to actually force the commission to give them the report, because they've already paid millions, like I'm saying. So what is it that is blocking the report? And when you ask them, they don't know.
Because there's no correspondence.
Yes, correct. Because when they try through the legal department to reach out to the chairperson of the commission, they even said that even the secretariat who was there, they don't answer to say, where is the report? If ever you think maybe you did more work and we owe you, tell us, so that we know we can go to Treasury or wherever and solicit the funds and pay you, and you give us the report. And the end of the story. And this brings into mind the painful past. Because if you remember, somewhere before, I had to go also demanding the health market inquiry report. Because previously, also, the medical aids were blocking the report. They did not want it to be released.
So in the interim, then, what is happening? The discriminatory behavior or patterns are continuing in terms of black doctors and the claims and so on and so forth?
Brati, it's very rife. It's terrible. I receive emails. I receive phone calls. And even some of the colleagues also, people, as I'm telling you, their businesses are closing. Doctors, pharmacists, physiotherapists, whoever, who is in the health sector, especially blacks. It's business as usual for them. They're busy killing, and they are going through now this depression levels. They've gone up. Others are committing suicide. It's terrible. It's not nice. It's just that these people, even him, the chairperson, I don't know how does he sleep. Because, he knew when he took this job what was at stake, if you remember. We articulated these issues. We didn't hide them. And also during the commission, he had them. People broke down there. These things were recorded. They are there on record. I mean, medical aids also admitted to the wrongdoings that they were doing. So I'm wondering, what is it that actually now? We don't want to extrapolate or point fingers or start assumptions and all, because until he says, or he comes here and says, I'm not releasing the report because of this and this, then we'll know. But what I know, justice delayed is justice denied. Because you see now, we are sitting at 2022 for a report that was supposed to have been released in 2019. And there's nobody who's prepared to come out and say, guys, this is why I'm not releasing the report. And I mean, if you can defy the Health Portfolio Committee, the minister, the Council for Medical Scheme, and
it's a commission that has become a law
unto itself. It's true. It's true. So and in the judicial, if we have to believe and trust the judicial system, then how do we do that?
A lot of questions tonight. All right, we're hoping to get some answers and continuing to dig deep into what is happening here. Dr. Gumede, much appreciated as always. Thank you very much for coming on, the Chairperson of the National Healthcare Professionals Association.